Hey everyone, so today on the list we got Yoch. Yes, that's the one. We got Yoch Tank from the Christmas boxes, which one we get it this year, and we finally already free market, which was quite enjoyable, and I really like this tank. Nice gun. Sometimes you can bounce, quite mobile, have some view range, which is not bad. 545 540 453 view range, which is quite a lot for a heavy tank, which is not bad actually. Also, I have all perks for view range, situation of awareness, and Raycon. So keep that in mind as well. But every single tank should have these two perks and so on. So yeah, let's talk about what kind of equipment did we use. We obviously use as a first layout vents, rhymer, and verticals. It's kind of for city games and so on. Also, you can instead of vents for a city game, go for HP boost, for example. That would help a little bit, but not much. You're gonna have a little bit extra HP. And then for open maps like Malinovka, whatever, I use turbo. Not often, but I was using this tank overall driving like 42, 45 miles per hour without turbo. So with turbo, it's gonna be way better. You're gonna drive faster, obviously. But for open maps, yeah, you can use it. In meanwhile, you don't need to use it because you're gonna lose like spotting a little bit, which is quite important as well in open maps. But yeah, it's your choice. Then you got awesome penetration in standard ammo, which is 220, quite high penetration, 360 alpha, 1000 shell velocity. This is not bad at all, trust me. And then you got premium ammos, which is quite weird that usually we're gaming giving like 50 or 80 or even 100 millimeters extra for premium ammos, but in this case they give only 30 millimeters extra. Yeah, okay, who am I? They know better. APCR rounds, which is better, and shell velocity 200 extra, which is awesome. Then you got high explosions. As you can see, I use only shoe for walls or whatever. I don't use them quite often. I'm not penetrating a lot because it's 53 only millimeters of penetration. And to be fair, 440 is not a huge difference from standard alpha. Usually, high explosions is way more penetration. Well, not in this case. And moving next, we got field modifications. Let's jump on the field modifications. So I went for speed to increase my speed. That's why I don't use turbo quite often because I went for increasing my speed. Or second option, you have traverse speed or suspension durability. So if you don't have perks for repairs and so on, or gun handling perks, yeah, you can go with this one. But I went with speed. I increased my speed, and I didn't regret. Then moving next, we got aim circle reduce or sorry, I always messing up with this one. So aiming time reduce, or you got aim circle reduce. Which one? I was right. So dispersion, increase dispersion, or reduce dispersion, how you want, you can say. As you can see, it's 0.36 dispersion. So if we go for better aim time, that would be quite nasty. So that's why we went for better dispersion, which is 0.34, and we also increase firepower by having left side. Then moving next, you got stun direction. Yeah, as you can see, and you know by yourself, artist is not comment anymore in the game. So I went for a view range, which is huge difference. If you go for less stunning time, you can see you're gonna go down to 427 view range. So I better go for extra view range, which is 453. And trust me, that's workout. Then you have option between firepower and mobility. If you want to have even better mobility plus turbo, you can make this tank really fast. But do you really need it? Do you? Mobile tank is always welcome, but it's heavy overall, so keep that in mind. Firepower, I went for firepower. Learn to spell, kid. And I think so I didn't make mistake. Well, at least it's my game style. But you always can go for turbo or HP boost instead of this in some close distance battles. Keep that in mind. or whatever else you want, or whatever else you think you need. Keep that in mind. My perks is quite good. 4 or 5 perks. Repairs, 2 or 3 full repairs, and everything for gun handling and so on. Anyway, that was my opinion about this beautiful tank. And let's jump to the battle and let's see what kind of game style and play style you can have in a game with this beautiful tank. I think so. That was for me one of the best out of 3 tanks from Christmas boxes. There was a Caliban, which is derpy, fun tank, and then you had the Swedish Heavy, which is sluggish and slow but quite strong armors, and then you had a middle of the gold, little bit armors, good gun, a little bit mobile. So this one was perfect for me, fitting game style. Anyway, thank you, and let's jump to the battle and see you there. So here we got a lovely battle in Westfield. Westfield is really nice. Really nice map for tank, which have a nice gun depression like Yoch. And we're gonna have probably a good game in this game, and we will see sooner or later. Anyway, we're playing in tier 8 matchmaking against Soma, T26, T77. 2 standards and VK with Skoda. Skoda gonna be danger, quite dodgy enemy, but all the rest should be fine. And we're quite having a great, actually, team. That's huge difference, guys. Anyway, we're playing with standard shells without any gold. 220mm penetration, more than enough to have a great performance. And here we got T77 doing the huge flank. Boom. Yeah, we didn't penetrate side armors, but our team penetrated him really well. And he's out from the game, same as Soma, doing such a bad pick, and he's losing already 80% or 70% of the hit points. Well played, buddy. Try to go next game. Ferdinand in the middle of open banging with the snapshot, not even aiming, and we managed to pen him. Now trying to track him, we doing that. Oh, someone else was already tracked. Someone else tracked him, but yeah. Weird fact that I don't see the Skoda so far, I don't see VK so far, and I don't see none of the Italian. Oh, here we got one Italiano over there. But where is the Skoda? He's quite dangerous, really strong enemy. Oh, VK in middle of open, letting us to give him one for the team. Okay, that's interesting. It doesn't look like enemy going to win this game, because so far Skoda is somewhere where he's not supposed to be. He's not playing in the middle. No, wrist line. Our Skoda obviously playing in the wrist line. Our all heavies playing in the wrist line. That was a blind shot for STV, and more likely it went in. Yeah. Is it because of matchmaking? I don't think so, guys. It's because of the lack of knowledge on enemy team. And that's how it goes. Okay, little bit because of matchmaking. Because why? Guys, we got 703, shield, well armored tanks who can do pressure. Emil, ridgeline tank, lower ridgeline tank, Mil, ridgeline tank. Well, okay, little bit balance. Then Skoda T56. And then they got standard. One guy who is not even here. Soma dead, no armors. Dead, I don't know how. And T77 dead. Not even deal, one shot. Okay. Here we got. We took out one Italian, and as you can see, VK, he's playing with the stock gun first of all, and easy farm. SRV gets spotted, and first time he gets spotted, if I'm not mistaken, and as you can see, we did one blind shot. We're dealing some block spotting damage, which is awesome. As I mentioned before, the V-range in this tank I made beautiful. Obviously, we're bouncing GSOR, which is understandable, no doubt. Killing shot, which is awesome. 2 kills, and here we got over 5,000 combined, and 9... What? Sorry, not 9 to 2, 10 to 2. Well, difficult game. What I can say, difficult game. Difficult, really game. I don't know. This tank, I had much fun. Trust me, guys. I enjoyed, and as you can see, the turret armors can actually bounce. Actually, can bounce. You got 45, 40 miles speed, which is more than enough for heavy. You don't need turbo. And let's try to spot the enemy. And here we got. We find out where is Skoda and Scorpion, also pedestrian, traveling in the middle of open. Skoda, come on, man. What the hell are you doing? I can just imagine how. Oh, did you see those blind shots to him? Holy moly. Okay, keep that in mind that last time Skoda been spotted with full HP, alright? Let's figure it out. How much he lost HP. And all that HP, which one he lost, it was my spotting damage. Well, 3, 5, over 6,000 combined already. Beautiful. Beautiful. Down to the hill goes almost 53, 51 mile per hour speed. Up to the hill, what are we gonna have up to the hill? 25, 20, 15 is not so bad. It's really, really not so bad tank whatsoever. Honestly, guys. Honestly, guys. Beautiful tank. Beautiful tank. Nice looking tank. Well, a little bit weird to be honest, but yeah. I had much fun by playing this tank. He's quite mobile. Gun handling is not too shabby, quite good. Comparing the fact that we're playing with standard. Standard is always more trolling you. Premium's always more accurate or whatever. But whatever. We managed to free market. That's most important thing. And as you can see, he can block the shots from tank destroyers. Obviously, if they don't play with gold, because GSOR penetrate us with over 300 millimeters of penetration. That's really strong penetration. But like SRV shots, you can bounce, and plus in the hold down positions, you can bounce as well if you're lucky, and if enemy not trying to shoot to your weak spot, which is really quite big weak spot actually. Not so big, but quite big. Same as a Renegade, I would say. Maybe a little bit smaller, just a tiny smaller, but yeah. What is the bad thing about this tank? He got ammo rock over here, and you can pen there. So there is a lot of places where you can pen. Anyway, that was Yoch. That was over 7,000 combined. That was unbalanced matchmaking. 12,500 plus of HP in tier 8 is just a lol. Anyway, that's what we have. This is our lovely damage, experience, and credits which one we earned. Lovely master and lovely free mark of excellence. Thank you for watching and see you soon, boys and girls. Ciao, ciao. Ciao, ciao.